Hey guys, how you doing? Today I got the Motorola G35 5G for you, and today we will do a full tour of the smartphone, and let's start with the unboxing. So the first thing that you will see once you open up the box is the smartphone. I got it in this guava red color, but you can also get it in the colors leaf green and midnight black. It almost sounds like a Pokemon game. In addition to the smartphone, you will get the SIM pin, a quick starting guide, and there is a USB Type-C to USB Type-A charging cable. By the way, this phone already comes with this clear silicone case, but there is no charging brick inside of the box. Alright, with the Motorola Moto G35, you will get a large smartphone with a 6.72-inch display, and this phone is actually bigger than the iPhone 16 Pro Max, but the display is a little bit smaller. On this entry-level 180 euro smartphone, you will get a vegan leather backside, at least on this red version. The green one has the same back, and the black one has a plastic backside. We have a dual camera setup with a 50 megapixel main camera but no OIS, and an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera. I also really like that these cameras don't stick out as much and the phone doesn't wiggle around when you put it flat on its backside. In the middle we will find the Motorola logo. We have a plastic frame and a glass front which is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 3. This 188 gram smartphone has a 6.72 inch LCD display with a peak brightness of 1000 nits, which isn't a lot, but it's also not that bad. You have a display refresh rate of 120 Hz, which you can also trim down to just 60 Hz to save a bit of your battery life. And the Moto G35 has a full HD plus resolution with 1080 by 2400 pixel, and you can watch all of your favorite animes, YouTube clips, and movies without a problem. In this aspect, the Moto G35 is just as good as the slightly more expensive Moto G75, which I've recently tested. Of course, the LCD display isn't as good as an OLED display, and you won't get those dark blacks and the gray contrast, but at least the colors look vivid. I would also say that a small selfie camera on top won't get in the way, and viewing angles only change a little bit if you tilt your phone to the side. There are also some extra display features like the extra brightness. This one increases the maximum brightness, but it also uses more of the battery. You can change the display color to vivid and natural, and there are also some different color palettes. This one basically changes the whole color of your display. You have a night light, which is the blue filter of this phone. This one allows your eyes to relax a little bit when you're reading the screen in dim light. And you also have the SDR to HDR video enhancement feature, which converts the appearance of videos from SDR to HDR. Like on the Moto G75, we have Dolby Atmos support with some presets, and you can also create your own custom one, but no extra AI sound settings. As for the sound, I would say it does get loud and the quality stays decent even if you turn up the volume. And again, I would say it's just as good as the G75. Next we have the battery life, and with the Moto G35 we get a 5000 mAh battery that lasts up to 20 hours on continuous video streaming, which is actually pretty good for a smartphone. But you only have 18 watts wired charging. Like this, it takes about 60 minutes to go from 0 to 50%. By the way, this phone does not support wireless and reverse wireless charging. Now, if you liked this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Now, you will also find the link to the smartphone down below in the description. Feature-wise, we actually get quite a bit with this 180 euro smartphone. Now, on the side button, you will find your fingerprint sensor, which does have a slight delay and doesn't react as fast as on other smartphones. And then you also has a face detection, which actually works a little bit better and faster. Now, this phone only comes with 128 gigs of internal storage and 4 gigs of RAM, of which about 11 gigs are already occupied by the system. But you can extend the storage to 1 terabyte with an extra micro SD card. It also feels like you don't get so many junk apps pre-installed on here. Most of them are Moto and Google apps, and things like LinkedIn can be quickly deinstalled. What I also really love is that you get some AI features with your photos. You can quickly enhance the visuals on your photos, which is giving your pictures more saturated colors. On your normal selfie pictures, you can blur the background and turn them into a portrait shot, and you can adjust the depth of field with the slider afterwards. And then you also have the magic eraser tool, which deletes some objects from the background like an unwanted car or even a person. You just have to circle it and you will get a clean picture afterwards without any extra distractions. The Moto G35 does not have the Moto app, but you still get some gesture controls, like you get a one-handed mode and you can touch the screen with 3 fingers to take a screenshot. Now you can double press the side button to launch the camera, and you can do a chopping motion to turn on the flashlight, and you can turn it off like this as well. And then you can also quickly open up the camera by twisting your wrist twice. Basically all of the features that you would also find in the Moto app. You can customize your home screen, you can get some themed icons, which is a pretty cool feature that you get on some other smartphones as well. And then you can also change the icon size. There are some safety and security features, the parental controls, and you will get a few wallpapers. So I would say actually quite a lot for a 180 euro smartphone. Thus far, the G35 is just as good as the G75, but things will change when we take a look at the camera and the performance. So let's start with that one. The Motorola Moto G35 runs on the Unisoc T760 processor, which isn't the best. It always takes a second until it opens up an app like your camera or some of your games. Swiping actions seem to look smooth, but you will get some input delays every now and then. Of course, I also tested some games as well, like Genshin Impact, and I would suggest playing it on some lower or maximum medium settings. It actually already lags in the loading display, and it doesn't get better in-game. There is also no game booster, which could further boost the gaming experience, and playing it on high graphic settings is definitely not a good idea. You will have some massive lags depending on the situation that you're in. Lastly, the camera. Now there's a 50 megapixel main camera without optical image stabilization, which is something that you just have to live with if you buy a smartphone in that price range. You also have an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera and a selfie cam with 16 megapixels, which can also shoot videos in 1080p with 30 fps. The main camera is a little bit better with 4K resolution and 30 fps, or 1080p with also just 30 fps. I would say that you can consider 30 fps to be not good for videos. You will get some photo modes like slow motion, a portrait mode on which you can adjust the depth of field. There's a pro mode, night vision and time lapse, but that's basically it. As for the pictures itself, I really don't think they are all that good. They are probably good enough for some quick snaps to send to your friends and family, but that's already it. So you do have an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, and I would not use this one, no matter what. Pictures look just awful, you have no detail level, next to no contrast, and colors look a little bit oversaturated. The normal pictures are a little bit better, but still not good by any means. Your colors definitely look much better, and your detail level and contrast are better too, but still not satisfying in my eyes. If you have pictures with lots of details in it, like with leaves on a tree, it's not doing such a good job. It is doing better with clear structures with clear and sharp edges. The portrait mode is okayish, the separation between the object and the background is decent, and that goes for the main and for the selfie camera. And in all honesty, I think the selfie camera is taking the best pictures on the smartphone. Now, I've also tested the Motorola G75 in a separate video. This phone is a little bit better when it comes to the pictures, and you get a few more features as well. If you want to watch this video, just click right here to get right to it. And also don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more tech reviews. And I guess with that one being said, I will see you in the next one. Peace.